Okay. Hey, everybody. I just want to make sure that we're live here. Yeah, we are. So, I don't know who Jess it really is. I don't know how she fits in. I don't know what her YouTube channel is. I wasn't able to find it with the very little knowledge that I have about Jess. All I have is Jess PNW, but that didn't get me anywhere. Although Von Helton did mention some interview that Jess had on some other channel or on her channel, I'm not so sure. So we had one instance where Von Helton bashed on Jess. I think he made a video, and there's a follow-up video, which should prove interesting. So let's get into it.
Hello, Jess. I have some questions.
All right. Do you like my hat? You like my funny hat? So, Medieval Sid is going to bring you his 2 bits here, his 2 cents. First off, I have not watched this video. Second off, immediately when Von Helton, living homeless in his car, stinking from never having showered, or not having showered in months, when he starts telling women who he hates what to do and what he thinks of their actions, then we are seeing a bad character. A bad character starting to emerge in this video right away, I'm telling you. 7 abortions. It's none of his business. 1 abortion is none of his business. 0 abortions is none of his business. Nothing to do with anyone else other than himself is any of his business. So who the fuck does Von Helton think he is bringing out a video? And I haven't seen it yet, but who the fuck does he think he is coming online, sitting there like this and preaching down into the mic like this about I don't know, morality or whatever the hell he's going to start talking about. But I'm very eager to get into it. So, I'm going to. Did somebody say the video has no sound? Right. Tell you what, I'm going to start this right from the very beginning. Yeah, still muted. How about I'm going to start it again if it was. All right, so 1 minute. You've been sitting there watching a muted video. That's terrible. Sorry. I'm going to give it another shot. All right, let's start. Let's begin. Okay, you heard what I said before I started the video? Well, I don't want to repeat it, and I will try and edit the silence, the muted part out later.
Hello, Jess. I have some questions that are.
Tell me if you can hear him okay. Do I need to?
I'm hoping maybe you can clarify
up the
for
audio
me a little bit. I got a very disturbing email that claims that you had abortions. Well, a lot of women have abortions, but the interesting thing about the abortions you had is that you had 7 of them. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 7. And the bodies were never recovered. Would you care to enlighten that for me just a little bit, Jess? Because I'm a little confused on that. Even the pro-abortionists ain't going to side with you on this one, Jess. 7 abortions? I mean, even a more.
How the fuck would he know who's going to side with him on or not? This is a Sam Vaknin prototype of a malignant narcissist. This person. The only way to deal with this person in real life, or obviously on the internet, but the only way to deal with these people is to go no contact. There is no other way. So Todd Malico, your $500 donation to, or anybody's donation to to this malignant narcissist is a malignant in itself, just by its action, giving money to this disgusting human being. I have absolutely, I shouldn't say absolutely no, because there's no absolute when it comes to humans, but I absolutely have no compassion for this person at all. Sorry for taking over his chat. I'm getting all like ranty.
Moron can figure out at that point that there's something else going on, right? Yeah, and we know it, don't we, Jess? Yeah, we do. Something else is definitely going on. Now, the interesting thing about it, though, Jess, is I did some digging, and your California property and your Oregon property are only just a few hours apart from Bohemian Grove. Bohemian Grove is only a 6-hour drive from the Oregon border.
I love it when he gets so unhinged that he says, you live close to Bohemian Grove. Oh, yeah. Jess? You live close to Bohemian Grove. And, Jess, apparently you've had 7 abortions, Jess. And they haven't found all the bodies either. Things that make you go, what a fucking moron this guy is. Jesus. But wait, there's more.
Isn't that interesting? That's very interesting, isn't it, Jess? Anybody can Google that, by the way. How far is Bohemian Grove from the Oregon border? 6 hours. That's it. Just 6 hours.
So?
Isn't that interesting, Jess? And where did all these elderly and indigent people go that were in your California apartments and your Oregon apartments? Where did they all go?
Okay, so now Jess is a serial killer who buries her victims' bodies around the state of Oregon. That's what a whack job would say, right? I just said it.
Oh, they just magically disappeared, I guess, huh, Jess? Is that what happened? And you only 6 hours away from Bohemian Grove? Maybe you have some explaining to do, Jess. Right? Like I said, even the pro...
Yes, Jess. Come on. You got some explaining to do, Jess. Get on here. Get on here right now. Tell me why you live 6 hours away from the Bohemian Grove. How is that a coincidence? No, of course not. That's not my opinion. That's a fact.
Abortionists ain't going to be with you on this one because they're going to be like, how many abortions? Yeah, that's not normal.
That's right, Jess. If you're going to have one abortion, that's okay. If you're going to have 2 abortions, that's fine. But you know very well that there is a maximum number of abortions you can have. There's a ceiling on abortions, Jess. Von Helton is actually telling you that. Look at the seriousness in his face, Jess, as he looks down at you for having abortions and they're not being able to find the body. This is absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. I love it.
Well, Jess, even the pro-abortionists ain't going to be with you on this one. 7 abortions? Holy shit, man. I think it's obvious at that point that there's some other agenda going on here, instead of just oh well, I got knocked up by some creep, right? So anyway, inquiring minds want to know, Jess, because I did find it fascinating that your apartment complex in California and the apartment complex in Oregon aren't that far away from Bohemian Grove. Is that a coincidence? Am I supposed to believe that's a coincidence, Jess? And what exactly is your religious proclivities, since we're on the subject matter? Inquiring minds want to know, especially me. For those of you who don't know, folks, I am not a big proponent of Moloch. In fact, I have a real problem with Moloch. I have a real problem with Hubal too, the Muslim god. That's, by the way, that's the Muslim god's real name, is Hubal, not Allah. Allah means greatest of gods. It's a term. It means greatest of gods. It does not mean God.
Sorry, but we have to have an intermittent break from this man's drivel. His verbal drivel that spews out of his toothless mouth like a fire hose of drivel. I think I'm going to do more malignant narcissist association videos, and Sam Vaknin will definitely help us. He's great, by the way. He's hilarious.
So if a Muslim sits here and says Allah means God, he's lying to your face. It means greatest of gods. In other words, chief deity. Okay, that's what Allah means. It doesn't mean God. In fact, I think the Muslim word for God is something totally different any fucking way.
I think the Muslim word for God is something totally different anyway. I don't even know what it is, but I think it is different. So I'm a real historian. Remember, Von Helton said he's a real historian, but he doesn't know anything, doesn't remember anything. He just thinks things. Hey, I just want to make an observation. In Von Helton's to Von Helton's credit, if you look closely, he actually has washed his hands, and if you look even more closely, he's trimmed his fingernails. Look at that. Huh. I wonder if anyone else notices that.
But Hubal is the real name of the Muslim god. Now, who the fuck is Hubal? Hubal is like a twin of Moloch. Child sacrifice, bloodletting, blood drinking, all kinds of cool shit. Demonic activity, invoking demons and evil spirits and shit. Now, the Muslims call them jinn. They actually have a name for them. They call them jinn. Interesting little tidbit of information there, isn't it? But anyways, getting back to Jess, because that is the topic of discussion. Jess, can
he's bashing on Jess, and then he goes on some tangent about jinn, and that lasts for a little bit. He starts going off, and then back to Jess. Let's go. Jess. Excuse me.
Can you explain any of this? I mean, what's going on here, man? 7 abortions? Holy shit, dude. You realize that even a pro-abortionist ain't going to take your side on this one. Cause
have I been doing something wrong? Have I been rewinding this video and starting it? This is like Groundhog Day for me. He's mentioned this, 4 times now? 3 times? Same thing, same sequence of sentences, and the same words in those sentences. I'm going as insane as he is.
They're going to be wanting to know why you did so many abortions too. All right? Yeah, that's messed up, dude. That's pretty sick and twisted. But I just, I found it interesting that Bohemian Grove is not far away. Isn't that interesting? Is there anything you want to declare, Jess?
It's absolutely zero interesting. No. Von Helton is not interesting at all. Look at you, sitting there with your smug face. Look at him. He's like, I am... It's like he's king. No. He's not king. He's fucking emperor. Dictator. Look at him. Emperor. You will live or you will die. It is my decision. How do I feel today? I think you'll die. Malignant narcissist, Von Helton.
Because I can tell you right now, man, The need to send you to outer darkness to hang out with the demons and shit sounding pretty good right about now. Right? Absolutely. Yeah, that's really sick and twisted, man. But you know, I don't know. I just thought I got these questions that are burning on my mind, Jess, and we really need an answer, and they need to be addressed, right? Because
You know what, Von Helton? No, they don't need to be addressed. If they're on your mind, it's your problem. It's not anyone else's problem. Not Jess, not me, and no one else. Just your problem. So don't sit there, Emperor Von Helton, and dictate what other people have to do. Especially don't dictate to females what they have to do and how they have to explain themselves. You're an absolute piece of shit, Von Helton. And I with all due respect to real shit, I hate to compare Von Helton to you, but it is.
I can tell you, I'm not one for demons. I'm not too big on demons. But anyway, getting back to Hubal real quick. So Hubal and Moloch I think Hubal and Moloch are the same dude.
Okay, make up your mind. You're going to talk about Hubal and Moloch, or you're going to talk about Jess? It looks like we're getting a little bit of both.
Dude, personally, but, because they got the same MO, right? But you got good old Moloch, child sacrifice, child mutilation, bloodletting, blood drinking, invoking demons and evil spirits, consigning demons and evil spirits.
He mentioned child again. He's always on to something to do with a child. This man is very sick. He needs to be taken out of his car, off the streets, and into a new home, a new place where he's under community supervision 24/7. That's what he needs.
Sometimes even outright possession. Just all kinds of nasty shit going on. But Bohemian Grove has this cremation of care that they do, and of course it's all in good, clean fun, right, guys? Isn't that what they said? No, it's there's nothing to it. Oh, okay, nothing to it. And then we find out that CERN had a similar mock human sacrifice, didn't they? Yeah. Is that a coincidence? Am I supposed to believe that's a coincidence? What am I supposed to do with that? And by the way, that's 2 human sacrifices too many, in my opinion. But I find that fascinating, Jess, and I just, as somebody who is sworn to preserve life in all its forms, I find it very disturbing, obviously. So hopefully you can address that for me there, Jess. I would really appreciate it, as Sharpie tries to photobomb my video. I seen you back there, Sharpie. See his nose sticking out? There's his nose sticking out right there. There's his nose sticking out. There he is. There he goes.
You know what? Doing shit like this is totally unnecessary. Let the dog sniff. Let the dog do what he wants. You don't have to pretend like you're having a good time with the dog every time the dog comes into the photo. The dog's probably itching to go for a walk, itching to go for a drink, or itching to go for a piss. And you sitting there, look at that. Oh, fuck that face. I got to look at it. Look at it. I think Von Helton is. I think Von Helton is fucking ugly.
Hey, there he is. There's the Sharpie dog. There's the Sharpie dog right there. And he's tired. See, I'm tired, Dad. All right. Anyways, but yeah, man. Inquiring minds are wanting to know. What's up with that, man? That's pretty bizarre, right? It's like I.
Did you listen to that dog panting? Panting? Thirsty? I need to go outside. I need to go out. I'm thirsty. Actually, I got to pee. And Von Helton says, he's tired. Animal abuser. He's abusing this animal in front of us, on camera, and enjoying it. thinking,
I said, even the pro-abortionist thing will be with you on this one, man. You did how many
deja vu.
abortions? Yeah, 7. Damn, that's crazy. Where are the bodies, Jess? Where are the bodies? Because that's the story, is that the bodies are unaccounted for. Do you know where they went? Maybe you can.
Oh, is that the story? The bodies are unaccounted for? Has anybody else heard any stories of bodies unaccounted for 6 hours from Bohemian Grove? Anyone? Or let's do a Von Helton. Raise your hands, class, if anybody has seen any bodies between Jess and Bohemian Grove. Yeah. Huh? Oh, none. Oh, okay, none. Yes, I thought so. Idiot.
Enlighten us, Jess, as to where the bodies went. And how about all these indigent people that turned up missing?
Thanks for watching.
Any idea where they went? Inquiring minds want to know. Maybe you can enlighten us, Jess. Right? Maybe you can tell us what's really going on, Jess. Because I think I stepped on a landmine here, haven't I? Yeah, I think I have. I think I've opened up something that needs to be opened up and exposed to the light of day, right? Maybe so. Anyway, I just thought I'd share, because I can, because I should. Anyway, you have a wonderful day, folks, and a better tomorrow. Bye.
And ultimately, nobody gives a shit about what Von Helton has to say or what he thinks. Thank you for watching, folks. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon.